I have been waiting for a new Animal Crossing for what feels like it's too long to remember now. I wanted one on Wii U, everyone wanted one on Wii U, but instead we got this for some reason. Did anyone play this, by the way? I bought it years ago and said I would play it as a joke, but the real joke turned out to be that I would never care enough about playing it to literally dust off my Wii U and try it. They announced New Horizons for 2019, it got delayed, blah blah blah, it doesn't really matter. It's here now, and we finally have an HD Animal Crossing game. And that is one of the biggest reasons I am loving this game so much so far. Animal Crossing in HD. New Leaf was pretty at the time, but after playing New Horizons, it hurts my eyes to look at. It's not just that we have an Animal Crossing in an HD resolution, but that even though the series has such a simple and minimalistic art style, being in HD allowed the creators to really bring the visual pleasantness and charm of the series to a whole new level. Everything looks visually appealing in this game, from common items like flowers, to small details like the way the grass and digging animations look, to even smaller details like the way shooting stars look in the second and a half you have to even look at each one. The game just looks incredibly clean. When talking about the stuff that you can actually do in the game, there's even more to love. This is, in my opinion, by far the most freeing and interactive Animal Crossing game to ever exist. You start the game with absolutely nothing. Like, less than the nothing that's usually given to you at the start of other games. Not only are you trying to pay off your debt from day one now, but you literally have to build the stuff you need to live on this island. Tools have to be crafted, furniture has to be crafted, the shop has to be crafted, fish bait, fences, seasonal items, medicine, almost everything in this game can be crafted, and it makes the game feel so much more engaging than New Leaf. In New Leaf, whether it was fishing, catching bugs on Tortimer's Island most of the time, digging up fossils, or collecting fruit, all of it was for selling so that you could get more bells. Now you can do that stuff for bells, or Nook Miles, or just to make furniture or clothing with your own hands. There's so much more in your hands now and so many more ways to collect what you want, other than paying everything off with bells and occasionally having to place down a public works project, but even those were paid off with bells. The game giving you the control of a mayor but not making you the actual mayor is, I feel, the perfect balance between the boost and control New Leaf introduced and the more lax life sim aspects of the games before it. And yeah, that may sound like a lot to get a hold of, but it's all manageable because of how the game introduces it all. The game takes its time, about a week, to carefully introduce you to the basic features like DIY, earning bells, Nook Miles, grinding for wood and ore, customizing furniture, and building fences. Then, after that week, the game pushes you to think about more ways to do things, like decorating your island with items, which, side note for a quick second, thank God they went that route instead of having to single-handedly fund every damn public works project with bells. This is so much better. Thank you. Anyway, where was I? Oh yeah, they keep gently pushing you to learn about what you can do with the skills you've learned in the first week, like decorating your island, organizing the layout of buildings, or placing down fences to create gardens. The game's charm also lies in unexpected events that take place randomly throughout the week, like running into Celeste and learning about shooting stars, or having Flick or CJ show up and knowing that you're going to spend the whole day hunting down bugs or fish. Or, and I only just recently found this out, so I don't think I have footage of it, but having Label over instead of that judgmental asshole Gracie and having her judge the variety of your clothing collection for rewards. So clearly there's a lot to love about the game. My first week and a half with this game was honestly the best period of time I've had with any video game ever, I think. Waiting for years for this game to come out and then having them surpass every expectation I didn't know I even had, the feeling that comes out of that is nice, to say the least. And I wish I could end the video here and say that New Horizons is the best Animal Crossing game ever in every way possible, but god damn it, there's some annoying stuff in this game. Now that I've been playing for a while, the rose-tinted glasses have come off, the honeymoon phase is over, and I'm starting to see some issues with this game. Some are just quality of life issues, like why can't I craft several things at once? Why do I need to spam A for god knows how long to get my 15 fish bait crafted? And why can't I just craft items with what I have in storage? Why is it that every time I want to craft a tool I need to go into my storage, get the ingredients, go back to the crafting desk, craft the flimsy version, then craft the actual tool I want to use, and then put the remaining materials back into storage? But at the end of the day, that's just small quality of life stuff. In other words, it's wanting the game to be more convenient than anything else, really. But then there's slightly bigger issues. Issues like unlocking Blathers and the museum. Getting the museum and being able to donate as much as you want to it takes around 4 days, which means at least having around 16 fossils just lying around waiting to be donated. And that's not including any fossils you dig up on Nook Mystery Islands. Then there's all the bugs and fish you catch for the first time, and when you add it all up, the end result is something like this. Why was this done? Why not at least have a Dropbox to allow you to donate the stuff while the museum is under construction, like the Dropboxes used to put furniture in the houses later on? It's not the biggest deal, but it's still pretty annoying having to lay out fossils and creatures around your house because there's nowhere else to put them, especially considering you want to save your home storage space for stuff you actually want to store. In other games, you could just donate them from day one. Why change that? Then there's even more annoying stuff, like the RNG elements in the game for seasonal events. The Cherry Blossom event only lasted from April 1st to April 10th, yet I only managed to find like 4 Cherry Blossom DIY recipes? That means all the recipes I didn't get, I've got to wait until April of 2021 to find them. Isn't that fun? Isn't that just a super cool idea? Especially when they're spamming me with those sky eggs too and just don't give me any Cherry Blossom stuff. Yeah, swell. Just swell. Thank you for making collecting things almost impossible in the game about collecting things. And then the second big issue I have with this game. Actually, the biggest issue I have with this game, and with a lot of other games, actually. Item durability. Why add this into your video game? Why is item durability a thing in any game ever? If you have ever talked to me about item durability in games, you know where I stand on it. It's useless. I have never played a video game where it's done well. In games like WoW and Diablo 3, you pay a negligible fee to fully repair your gear, completely negating the purpose of the system. And just because you can't do that in Breath of the Wild, that doesn't mean it's an exception. In that game, I always replace my items for better stuff anyway, and on the off chance I have an item that manages to break before I replace it, it doesn't matter, because I have a ton of other weapons to fall back on anyway. And Animal Crossing? Why even think of adding durability to Animal Crossing of all things? It was cute when the flimsy tools would break, because at the time it was like, haha, the game is still getting me used to completing DIY projects. But now that I've unlocked every core aspect of the game, including terraforming, I don't really understand what the point of having me to go back after watering my flowers, or catching fish and bugs, or hitting rocks, or chopping down trees is just to repair my items. It's ridiculously tedious, always pace breaking, and just dumb. What are you incentivizing? I already know how to DIY, you spent a week teaching me that, and so if you're not incentivizing anything, are you punishing me for something? What, playing the game? Wanting to fish uninterrupted? Fishing is like one of the most calming things in this series, and you managed to find a way to ruin it by constantly interrupting me and telling me to go back and craft a new fishing rod. God, you could have at least added a way to check my item's durability and repair it before it breaks, and yes, I know about the customization trick, but there's still no way to check durability. That is like bare minimum right there. Look, the game is still really fun, don't get me wrong, I love it. I've been playing it daily since launch. I wouldn't be doing that if I didn't love it. Especially now that I have terraforming unlocked, I know I'll be spending the next month minimum just laying down paths, trying to get more flower hybrids, and setting up different areas on my island with decorations. But some of the stuff in this game really just brings me out of it. Item durability, not being able to craft in bulk, having to keep going in and out of my storage when crafting, and the way unbalanced RNG in events like the Cherry Blossom season and Egg event, all of these things just suck. And in a game where the point is to live a life that doesn't suck, I can't help but feel disappointed at times that they made unnecessary changes to things that were just fine before. Sorry to end the video on such a sour note, especially because Animal Crossing is such a wholesome game. Again, I still love New Horizons, I just hope they make some changes to certain things that fans are asking for. One last thing, this might not be the last New Horizons video I'll make. I would love to do an island tour at some point if that's something anyone would care about. Regardless, again, thank you for watching, and I'll see you all next time.